superhuman. Vintage Hardys. This swanton there.
Side effect. Ow! Onto the...
Bennett may be out cold. A reputation for guys like OGK who...
Like that it could be gift and on Twitter and just shared forever and ever and ever and ever.
Yeah, these are guys that, you know, they still got a living to make out there. They're on Impact and, you know, Honor No More and, you know, the Hardys, they can do no wrong. They're Teflon. But OGK, Mike Bennett and Matt Taven, they're still earning their bones, so to speak. And what a point in the resume. What a win. What a breakout moment it would be for even a young veteran team like OGK to put the Hardys down for the count.
And the fans here telling Matt Taven exactly what they think of him. It's not great. Now, I would say that anyone taking on the Hardys, you know, they're not exactly going to be the fan favorites, but the OGK, there's just something about them that just grates on every single person around them.
Well, I think you got to be, you know, in the professional wrestling industry to respect and admire them, but if you're a fan, I don't think these guys have done anything to endear you towards them. They are cocky, they're brash. They've just made threats that they're gonna retire the washed up Hardys, their words, not mine. Collar and elbow tie up, Matt in there with Matt Taven, Matt Hardy. Matt Taven, of course, former ROH World Heavyweight Champion, won that title in the middle of Madison Square Garden, peeling that championship belt off the top of a hook in the ladder in the middle of MSG. Not many people can say they've done that.
And Mike Bennett, too, has had a pretty impressive singles career.
Yeah, both these guys, former top prospects in ROH. And
hold on, we've got another taunt off.
Delete.
As I was saying, they both have extensive singles careers, but it seems to me recently they've really reignited themselves as a tag team, have the OGK. Seen them in the NWA, of course, Impact, as you said, Honor No More, and now here in MCW.
They, got that Northeast feel to them, kind of a Boston vibe.
The Boston Boys.
Yeah, the Boston Boys. And they're proud of it.
This is now the second time in about a span of about 15 seconds that Matt Taven has attempted to outsmart Matt Hardy. And you're just not going to do it. Matt Hardy has the years, he has the miles.
I mean, it's amazing to think of the career that the Hardys have had, the risks, the tables and ladders and chairs, matches that they've had on pay-per-view, the ones they haven't had on pay-per-view, the ones we haven't seen.
The matches they've had on pay-per-view, you mean like matches that Jeff Hardy had on television less than a week ago?
Less than a week
ago!
And the fact that these guys are still able to get in there and lock horns and take on
here we
guys
go.
like OGK. I mean, it's amazing. They're superhuman. Vintage Hardys, the fist drop. That sent on the cover. Jeff Hardy, charismatic enigma, a little more unpredictable. Definitely.
You know, I think there was a period of time where people were not sure if they would ever get to see the Hardys team up again, let alone right in front of their faces here at MCW.
And if you're joining us on Fight TV, we thank you so much. We will be back here on Saturday, July the 9th for MCW Ladies Night, and then Saturday, July 23rd for the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup. But right now, the business at hand is the Hardys returning. You said it, Beta. When will you ever get to see the Hardys live? I mean, this is the farewell tour.
Matt Hardy in control of Mike Bennett.
Firm control here, just working over that arm.
Oh, there was a tag. I don't think Matt saw it.
Hardy whipped into Taven. Taven lifts that boot.
Classic OGK double teams right into a cover.
Referee Becky Phillips right in position to count those shoulders. 2 count. It's going to take a lot more than that to put away Matt Hardy.
Now, when it comes to tag team continuity, tag team cohesion, you can't do better than brothers. But about the closest you're going to get is a friendship like Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. They have known each other through their entire careers. They have spent so many years on the road together. They're about as close as you can get without being blood related, and I think that you see that time and again in the ring together.
Sometimes, blood is just that. It's blood. Sometimes the friendships and the bonds are thicker than that. Oh, enziguri. Super kick followed up by the OGK. Mike Bennett this time hooking the near leg on Matt Hardy and a 2 count. But you said it. Sometimes that the brothers that know each other so well do Matt and Jeff, but you can't discount the knowledge and the being on the same page, reading the same book that the OGK are. And guess what? They got something to prove here tonight.
First of all, they would get to say, we beat the Hardys. I mean, that's an accolade in of itself. But as I said, just every match that Bennett and Taven have, that the OGK have, is them just it's a redemption tour of sorts for them. I think proving that they still deserve to be at the top of the heap when it comes to professional wrestling.
It's hard to argue that. I think their track record speaks for itself, but I don't think you're ever going to see Matt Taven and Mike Bennett pleased with their lot in professional wrestling. They always want more. And that is, very ambitious. And this is an ambitious chokehold.
Yeah, choke right on the ropes, and Jeff Hardy inadvertently was distracting our official.
Matt Taven taking his time, soaking in the moment. He knows he'll probably never be in the ring again with the Hardys, so make the most of it.
And Matt Hardy doing his best to fight his way out of that corner, but Taven not having any of it. Oh! Swinging neck breaker.
Very unique modification on the neck breaker.
No pin though, just taking the time to soak it in.
A little salt in the wounds, letting the people think about it. And nobody home on the moonsault. Matt Hardy.
Mike Bennett was on the apron getting ready to pose. He thought it was over, and now Jeff Hardy is legal.
Jeff Hardy in the ring. What an ovation we heard, almost kind of like that WrestleMania 33 ovation they had. But look at that, Mike Bennett shutting it down. Playing spoiler to the MCW audience. Oh my God, inside out goes Jeff Hardy.
And we mentioned this before, just the level of physicality that the Hardys, in particular Jeff Hardy, continue to employ in their matches they have week after week. But I have to wonder if some of that, if he might be feeling that now.
I mean, come on, we're talking, what was that, 1994 when he was in the ring in a match with Scott Hall, Razor Ramon on Superstars? Up in the far leg.
There's a cover, and meanwhile,
I think he was like 16.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of accumulated trauma there.
I mean, how many times have we seen him on the top of a 20-foot ladder, diving down onto a table, and the only cushion and landing was a Bubba Ray Dudley.
And once again, the OGK, they've managed to keep Jeff isolated, wrenching back on the ankle.
Pick a body part, try to take it home with you. I think that's a solid game plan.
Well, there's no swanton bomb if your ankle is broken.
Matt Taven channeling one of the greats in the sport with that figure 4. And look at that, how smart is Matt Taven? He has, Jeff Hardy is able to see his partner, but his brother, but he can't reach him. A little mind games there. And now Matt Taven in firm control with this figure 4 leg lock, but Jeff is trying to reverse the pressure, and he does.
Oh wait, Mike Bennett rolling turning the whole pile over.
That's what friends are for.
Well, there's a lot on the line here. There's beating the Hardys. They're not having to do the Jeff Hardy juke.
Can you imagine losing the matchup and then humiliation factor setting in? You got to do your opponent's dance. This one's breaking down. Becky Phillips needs to get in there, get some control. But Matt Hardy going to take advantage while he can.
Well, he's doing his best to get that hold broken.
Well, I guess that's, he did. Mission accomplished, but Matt sacrificing himself, Mike Bennett.
And I think Jeff's in trouble here. Look, he went to try to crawl to the corner to make that tag, but Matt isn't there. Matt's on the outside.
A rare moment of miscalculation on the part of the Hardys. Here comes Taven. Collides heads with his own partner. Down goes Bennett. Down goes Taven.
Jeff Hardy managed to get out of the way. You can see he's still limping, but he's back up on his feet, tossing Taven inside.
Jeff Hardy getting that second wind. I was saying I hope he gets that tag to his brother, but his brother's not there right now. Front face plant.
But immediately his hands went back to his knee.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any swantons tonight, not on that trick knee of Jeff Hardy.
I don't know. He might be, he's kind of pulling himself up by one leg, but there wasn't the speed there that we're accustomed to, and I think that let Mike Bennett slide in and stop the momentum of Jeff Hardy. And now Bennett,
a twist of fate of his own. Matt Taven to the top. Oh man, this is just salt in the wounds.
That was a nice looking swanton bomb, but unfortunately, you're not gonna beat Jeff Hardy at his own game. Hardy rolled out of the way.
This is the moment. The window of opportunity slightly ajar. Can Jeff make the tag to Matt? In comes the broken one, Matt Hardy, firing away on Bennett. And the face to the turnbuckle, to the second buckle, to the lowest buckle. Not a good moment in the life of Mike Bennett there. But Matt Taven trying to get back on page. He himself finds himself to the top turnbuckle.
He's also being deleted.
And the middle. And the bottom. Side effect.
Oh! Is
Got
this
all of it. The cover. 2. Near fall. Matt Hardy has been firing on all cylinders since getting that tag. Vintage Matt. That back elbow to the base of the neck.
He's calling for the twist of fate. If he nails this, it's over. Wait, Bennett!
And a roaring elbow from Bennett. Near leg hooked. Wow, how close was that, Veda?
Well, listen, that's the problem when you have, I would say, some of the most famous offense in professional wrestling. It's able to be scouted, and that's exactly what Mike Bennett did. And now the OGK going for maybe a double suplex, but Matt Hardy.
Double DDT drops the OGK in stereo.
And now Matt with the tag, Jeff Hardy legal.
OGK better get back on the game plan, their playbook going right out the window. Call it, Veda.
There it is. Oh!
Poetry in motion-esque. This is calling your first Hardy's match?
Yeah.
It may be the last time. You might as well call this one.
Jeff Hardy going up top. Oh, but Mike Bennett ruining it for me and everybody else.
Just playing spoiler. I was pretty pumped to see the swanton there. Side effect. Ow!
Onto the apron and floor. Not good for Mike Bennett at all.
Back of the head on the corner of that apron. Bennett may be out cold.
And now Taven trying to capitalize. Oh! That was real close.
That was not it.
That was like a 2.999.
Yeah, I don't like that landing that Mike Bennett had, but Taven looking around for his partner. Taven trying to figure out what's it going to take.
And meanwhile, Matt Hardy. Oh!
Twist the fate of his own. And why not? Another one for good measure.
Double twisted fate.
The splash.